Alright Kings, welcome to another video. It's your boy Shiraz here, back with another video for you guys. Guys, I hope you're winning a life and doing well. Guys, do me a favour before I start this video, like, share, subscribe, comment down below and hit that new hype button, guys. Any one of you watches, hit the hype button, guys, and make sure your notification bell's on. Let's dive into this, guys. How to strengthen your masculinity, man's weakest era, guys. We are in the weakest era of men just now, guys. The simping is at a high level, guys. Simp-jitsu is a new practice, guys. I'm not kidding you. That's not my line, guys. I've stole that, but I like it. Simp-jitsu is an infection at the moment, and so many men are black belts in Simp-jitsu. Men are more emasculated than they've ever been before. They're behaving more with emasculated tendencies, pandering to females. We are being bombarded by the powers to be to hammer us down, to not be the men that we should be, to have traditional masculine qualities. We are being indoctrinated into telling us that we are behaving in a toxic manner. And the reason they want you to tell you that you're behaving in a toxic manner is because true masculinity is strength, guys. And they don't want that, so they will tell you it's toxic masculinity, so you behave in a less masculine way. Okay, it's the weakest era. We do not have real leaders left in society, real pioneer leaders, guys. I'm not talking about the billionaire geeks out there, because a lot of these philanthropists and leaders of the world are. That's a video for another time, but a lot of these guys are beta males that have accumulated wealth, and I'll go into another video for you guys to tell you why they're beta males. Okay, because you can have billions, but it doesn't mean you're masculine. You have true masculinity. So a lot of these billionaires, some are not, but majority of these billionaires are beta males. Jeff Bezos comes to mind, guys. Ready for another time. So we don't really have. We are at the weakest level, and a lot of that's to do with the indoctrination, the war of attrition on men's minds, the war on masculinity through the tools of design, and it all started 100 years ago, guys, to bring the agenda of the breakage of the nuclear family, the suffragettes movement, the emancipation of women, equal rights, all this stuff. This all leads to the weakening of men, guys. Women starting to take up less traditional roles and move into the corporate world. Okay, starting to compete with men, going into these corporate jobs, doing more men's roles. All this stuff has weakened society. That's a video for another time, guys, because some of you might argue with me, why is that weakened men? That's a video for another time. It's too long to go into, but these are all subtle things done by design, by the Matrix, to have the war on masculinity. Hollywood is another tool that they've used to emasculate men, to put in indoctrination programs for so many years, guys. And I was a victim of it, because as many of you that are loyal followers of my channel or subscribe to my channel, you will know that I have a thespian background, I have an acting background. I have years of experience, maybe about 11 or 12 years experience of the drama or the acting industry. And I've seen the emasculation, guys, of actors in this industry, and the emasculation of the males in this industry, like the Hollywood stars you have of the past, heroes of you have of the past, compared to now. is just a massive, massive difference. There are no real Hollywood masculine icons left. There are no real core Hollywood masculine actors left. The days of Brando, real true masculine men that stood by their principles and beliefs. Like Brando, I mean, Brando was one of the most talented natural organic actors ever in the world, one of the best actors in the world, and he also was masculine and stood by his principles outside the acting industry. He refused to pick up Oscars, guys. He stood by his principles. Whereas now you get beta male simps like Will Smith that's embarrassing himself on national television by slapping another actor. Is that masculine? No, that is the most emasculated beta male mangina simp behavior ever. And this is what I'm talking about. This is why we are the weakest era of men. You just got to look at this guy and look what he's done and look how he's publicly shamed himself. I mean, he is talented, guys, but what he has destroyed his legacy by he defending a very, very promiscuous woman, a very, as I like to class, a 304 who slept with her son's friend that was 21, 22 years old because she was trying to figure herself out. She had an entanglement. That was her excuse for committing adultery. She had an entanglement. Guys, you can see where I'm coming from here. So this week beta male simp destroyed his legacy over her by slapping another male actor in public. That's not masculine. That is not a masculine behavior. That is not being in your masculine frame. Whereas I said, Brando, pure masculine. Sean Connery, guys, the video I put in Sean Connery, go and watch him. Guys, by the way, just to mention, that video has went to 130,000 views or something. I mean, the it's crazy the views that it's had on it and the discussions on it. Go and read the comments on that, guys. It's quite interesting. But that's very resonated because people resonate with a true masculine character like Connery. So we have none of these leaders left. We've digressed a bit here, guys. So we have none of these leaders left, none of these masculine icons left. So we're at a very, very low point in time for men due to all of these things. This is by design, and it continues to get hammered. We are continuously hammered daily all around us to be an emasculated version of ourselves, the weakest version of ourselves. Also, the things they employ is your attention stealing. Guys, hell, I'm guilty of that still at times. Because it's now and again you get sucked into. I don't watch Netflix, guys. I stopped all that crap. I don't go on social media anymore. I stopped all that crap. I would think I went on it recently just to pull something off that I needed for. I had a piece of material that I needed off that I couldn't find. And I went back into that and just looking at it for 5 minutes, I just stopped. I'll never go back on it again, guys. It's absolutely mind numbing, you know. Unless you're using it for business reasons, guys, stay off it. This is another way that they have weakened men. You're looking at it's a psyops, guys. You see, you're looking at other men and other people's lives. This is deliberate. And you're looking at other people's lives that might not even be true. They might not even be living that life. Anybody can post a Lamborghini. Anybody can post like they're happy that day. There's a lot of falsity behind social media, and this makes you feel less adequate. This makes you feel in lack because you're looking at other people's lives. Very dangerous, man. You got to focus on yourself. Been there, done it. Very dangerous, and this is not a tool. How they weaken you. They weaken you through pornography. So the pornography is more available than ever before. It's free. It's more free than air, guys. And why would they give you that? To weaken you? Watching two people fornicate, a man and a woman, guys, is very, very damaging to your neural brains. There's other effects that will have on you, like eventually. I think the studies have said, don't quote me on this, guys. Not, I'm just going from what I've kind of read articles on. Go and do your own research. This is not advice I'm giving you. I'm not saying it's factual. It's not. I'm not saying I'm stating that it's a fact of this channel just for YouTube purposes, but um, some of the symptoms that I researched into and read said it can cause erectile dysfunction. Think of all this. Think of all this. Okay, this is how they're weak. They've weakened men. Testosterone levels are at their lowest. Testosterone levels in young men now, guys in their 20s, is like significantly lower than a man 50 years ago in his 20s. Even a man in his 40s 20 years ago probably had more testosterone than the men of 22, 23. That's why you see a lot of these young men, guys. They look quite effeminated. If you look at them, they look quite effeminated. What's that? What's the result in that? Toxicity from the water, as above the aforementioned stuff, the indoctrination, the diet, guys, everything like that. And that's another thing: the foods in the system, the plastics in the system. Okay, they're telling you. I'm not giving nutritional advice again, guys, but they're telling you foods that actually men need. They're telling you not to eat. And I've got to be careful what I say in here, guys, because they'll flag it under nutrition. Okay, I don't want flag. So like the traditional, the stance on cholesterol isn't exactly what they tell you. They tell you that will cause cholesterol, eggs cause cholesterol. I'm allowed to say that. And the reason they're telling you that is if you go and do your own research, guys, and see how testosterone works and what produces testosterone, all the biological functions of how high testosterone is created, and you'll see the linkage. So it's not exactly what is said. So all these things, guys, are weakening your masculinity, and this is how to strengthen your masculinity. You strengthen your masculinity, guys, by counteracting these things, rejecting these things, rejecting pornography, okay, rejecting the tools of their system, rejecting the information that you receive on masculinity. What is masculinity? What they're telling you masculinity is, what they're telling you what masculine behavior is. You don't adhere to it, okay, because they're telling you masculine, the new thought in masculinity. They pay off, guys. They pay off writers. They pay off these tools of the matrix, these newspaper writers and these men that write on masculinity and these article writers and stuff, and they pay these people off to write doctored information or just twisted information on what masculinity is. They're paying these guys so because they know half the men in society are asleep, and these men are going to read this and believe it. And that's why they pay these people, to get a narrative out about what new masculinity is. And the old thinking of masculinity is toxic, and it never is. It never was, and it still never will be. Strength, leadership, innovation, path and purpose. Protecting, guys, loving. These are all masculine traits. And I always reiterate this one, guys. Only be a provider and a protector at your choice. You're not a provider and protector of a woman or anybody, guys, unless it's your choice. Okay, a man should be a protector and provider by his choice, not because that's one of his functions. Okay, he has the ability to do that. So this is another thing they try and throw on you guys, so you will get stuck in a sexless, toxic marriage, or become a cog in the wheel of the system. And that was a video I did previously. Go watch that. So you need to strengthen yourself that way, guys. You have to read daily, guys. You have to physically be strong, guys. Internally be strong. You have to shut off pornography, guys. You have to practice stuff like semen retention, guys. You have to research into your diet. You have to get your diet on point, guys. You have to start creating path and purpose, guys. You have to start getting goals. Okay, guys, and working towards your goals. This is all thing that men need. This, guys. You need to avoid their narratives, and you need to avoid the distractions that they give you on a daily basis, the social media, everything like that. And guys, the biggest distraction you need to avoid is women, guys. And I'm not saying this in a derogatory way. Women are a big distraction to men, guys. A lot of men are still beta male mangina simps out there, guys. They cannot seem to part themselves from the distraction of females, distraction of women, especially, guys, when you're in a building phase. If you're building your life, if you're not in the place you want to be, guys, forget about nailing women, guys. All right. Until you're at a place where you want to be. If you're not at a place you want to be, forget about that, guys. Okay. We are in the weakest society, guys, and there's a war. There's a war on masculinity, guys. The West hates masculinity, guys. We're going to take it back on this channel, but so if you wanna join the boat, the bandwagon, guys, like, share, subscribe this, get these videos out. Wake up, fellas! All right, wake up, guys, and start navigating your life. Start navigating your life, guys, because if you don't, you can control the direction of your life. They want you to think you can't. This is what they want. They weaken your masculinity, because real, true masculine men, doesn't matter what point of their lives they are, they will always have that belief they can they're in control of their lives. They can navigate their lives. Wherever I am, wherever you are, and your life is entirely by your doing, by the control of your thoughts, by the control of you as a man. You're always in control of that that thing. Nobody can control that but you, guys. Okay, forget about anybody else, guys. Just control what you do on a daily basis. Okay, as long as you create the things that you should be doing on a daily basis to get where you are, you'll be all right. Forget about the outcomes of work on the daily processes. Okay. There's a lot of esoteric and manifestation things that you can employ, guys. Okay. We're in a world of consciousness, and that's what they don't want you to know. Okay. Another thing is masculinity is consciousness, guys. Okay. So just bearing all this in mind, guys, like, share, subscribe to the videos, guys. I'm going to leave it here. I hope this one has given you some value. Till the next one, guys, we're going to create this movement, guys. We're going to level men up. We're going to take masculinity back, guys. Okay, it will come back. It has to come back. And that's why they don't like channels like this, guys. So we need your support on this channel. Guys, till the next one, you take care of yourselves, and we'll see you in the next one. Shiraz out. See you soon.